from Central Rock Gym in Watertown, and today I'm gonna offer you guys a foam roller release class. So you'll need one of these. So I have a few other props as well. You don't have to have them, but the first one is tennis balls in a regular sock. So put the first tennis ball in, tie a tight knot. Second tennis ball, tie a tight knot. And then you can fold that sock back so that you can use it in between your shoulder blades a little bit later, or your hips. So I also have down there a medicine ball and a nice yoga block for support and a different variation. So as long as you have one of these, we're gonna get started. I know you guys are at home, maybe listen to a little stressful news and dealing with some stressful events as we change life for this coronavirus. So let's get started and we'll start loosening up. Okay, we're gonna start with quads, the front of your thighs. We're gonna take your toes and knees inward and we're going to roll from the knees all the way to the top of your thighs. And when you're rolling, you need to breathe. So if you're holding your breath, it may be too aggressive for you. So you may want to either get a lighter roller, this is a dense roller, or just try a few repetitions until your muscles seem to loosen up, okay? So continue to breathe and roll on the front of your legs. So the point here is to relax, to loosen up. So try to do just that if you can. Bend the knees and open up the heels and flex your feet for a different variation on the theme. So we're stretching out the quad muscle and changing the angle slightly so that we're on your outer quads. Rolling just above the kneecap all the way up your thigh. And again, breathing nice and easily. There's no rush. We're just trying to release the knots in our muscles, well actually our fascia on top of the muscles. And one more time. Okay, now we're going to roll onto one leg at a time. So you can touch down the foot or hover it, and it's going to be a lot more aggressive. So if this doesn't serve you, go back to the two legs and stay there. We're only going to do 5 on each side. Still very important to breathe and try to release any of the big tight spots on your thigh. Let's go to the other side and let's go for 5. And be careful that your wrists are not being strained. You can also go onto your elbows if that serves your body better. 2 more, and comparing the left to right sides. All right, here we go. IT band. So we're gonna roll on the side of your thigh. We're gonna take your top leg and bend it, plant it forward, and stamp it on the ground as you roll onto your thigh. You're gonna roll all the way down that leg, even to the side of the knee, all the way up to the hip. If you find that this is easy for you, please stack your hips and stack your legs and get into a nice long line. We're gonna do another 4, and again, just breathing, opening up the muscles on each end and trying to make sure that IT band is not too tight. All right, one more time. Good. We're gonna switch sides. And again, you're gonna compare left to right. So whichever variation serves you, top leg forward or stacked. And breathe. And again, if you're really tight, you may wanna do a couple repetitions and build up. And if you have any wrist issues, you're down here and supporting your wrists by propping yourself on the elbow. And let's go for another 3. Top hip is just ahead of the bottom hip, and 2. And 1, release. Good, all right. So now we're gonna roll on your chest muscles. So you have pec major and pec minor. So it runs, your chest muscle runs from the sternum outside to the upper arm, and we're going to take your arm to the back of the roller, the circle, and we're gonna lie down on the chest, okay? So you want the fleshy part to rest on the roller. You wanna avoid pushing your shoulder into the roller, that shoulder bone. Pull the shoulder bone back and then gently roll forward and back. So again, we're trying to get into this muscle now. You can stay grounded and keep your hips down, or you can raise the hips up and anchor into that stretch a little bit deeper. So as you continue to roll, your breath is happening, you're nice and relaxed, and hopefully this feels pretty good. 4 to go. Relax your head over the roller. 3, 2, using your breath as a way to release the body. All right, let's go to the other side. And again, compare the sides. If you're really tight on one side, you may want to be doing this for homework a lot more often. Okay, so we're going to roll onto your other side. Take that hand to the back circle. Keep your arms straight. And as you rest onto your foam roller, then you reach up and over, or stay grounded and roll on the chest, okay? Breathing here, nice and easy. Let's do another 4. We're trying to relax the front of the chest. 2 more. All right, finishing it up. Last one and release. Okay, we're gonna roll on your rotator cuff muscles and surrounding muscles. You're gonna place your hands behind your head and take the roller just underneath your armpit muscle, or your armpit actually. You're gonna rotate the ribs forward and you're gonna rotate back. So as you roll, there's a bunch of muscles that you're rolling on, and we're trying to loosen up those muscles from feeling knotted up or tight. So especially if you guys climb, even though you're taking a break potentially, that those muscles can get really tight and congested back there. So in order for you to have a healthy shoulder, it's a nice way to release muscles that may cause your shoulder to have a little fussiness to it. So again, just checking it out, seeing what's going on in the body. And then as you continue, it should soften up a little bit. It should release and feel a little bit better as you go. Hopefully that's the case for you. Let's do another 3, getting in there. And last 2, opening up. And finishing off one last time. Let's swing the legs over and do the other side. So again, hands go behind the head. The roller will go underneath your armpit. And then let's go to this side. So take your top shoulder forward and rest into the foam roller as you turn your ribs to the other side. Get a nice little rotation in the torso and hopefully a nice release for those muscles that really are important for the shoulder health. The shoulder is the most flexible joint in the body and most often injured. So as we give our bodies some TLC here, we definitely want to pay attention to the shoulder. Let's go for another 5. Good. 4 to go. And as you continue to roll, hopefully your muscles are feeling a little bit more supple into this stretch. 2 more times, letting go. And one last time. Good. All right, let's change from the upper body to the lower body. We're gonna start on the foam roller. You can get the medicine ball close by for any of you who want to try that as an option. So we're gonna sit up on the foam roller. You're gonna tip back and plant your hands down onto the mat. You're gonna take your ankle over your opposite thigh, and you're gonna tip your knee over to the same side. So you're gonna roll forward and back, and you're just gonna notice any tightness into the muscles inside of that hip. So you guys will be on your right hip, and as you roll forward and back, you're gonna notice maybe some tightness in that hip. And if you find that this is not really stretching much and you want to get a little bit more of a stretch, you want to cross that ankle over that thigh again, tip the knee down, and get on in there. So you may feel a knot, a big knot, a small one, and then you're just going to circle it around, tip the knee over, and get yourself a little bit more relaxed in that area. So continue to breathe and then open up the hip, okay? So you can cross friction this as you turn your hips and get into the muscle as you rotate the hips left to right. Let's go for another 2 and 1 more. Good. So now we're gonna go to the other side. You cross your left ankle over your right thigh and tip your knee over to that same side. And you're gonna roll forward and back, and just to kind of see what's going on in this side compared to the other side. If there's a significant difference between the left and right side, you do want to pay a lot of attention to it. This is a muscle that gets tight in runners, piriformis does anyways, underneath those glutes. And if there's a huge difference, you may be overusing one leg while you're running and tensing up this particular area, and other things tend to follow suit and get a little unhappy. So as we're changing the variation, you're going to tip your knee down and come back up. And again, paying attention to your breath, paying attention to the fact that you're releasing and opening up your hip and the muscle here. Left to right, you definitely want it to be as close to the same as possible, okay? 3, 2 more times. Good. And 1 last time. Great. All right, we're gonna release that here. We're gonna take that to the side. So we're gonna work on muscles in between your shoulder blades. So for those of you without these other tools, the tennis ball and the block, you're just going to plant your body on the roller, and the roller mimics your spine. So your ribs drop down, and we're gonna paint a circle here. You're gonna take your hands up and overhead, and at the same time, you're gonna think about your ribs staying relaxed and down. You're gonna open up the chest and sweep the arms down to your hips. And we're gonna notice the shoulder blades moving up and slightly apart as you reach overhead. And the arms go down, and the shoulder blades go down with it, okay? So you're breathing here, relaxing the rib cage. And your focus is on moving the shoulder blades and relaxing the muscles that are around the chest and shoulder areas, okay? Using your breath as you're here, keep the back anchored onto the roller. Good. 4 to go. So everyone's on the roller. We'll do our second variation with the tennis balls next time, and block. Give me 1 more time. Keep the ribs down, the back relaxed, and reverse directions. Please pay attention that there is no pain in between your shoulder blades. There's no pain, well, there's discomfort for sure, but maybe you have some discomfort in the shoulder joint, maybe the bones, and you don't want that. So that's definitely something that you want to change. So reduce the range of motion, or reduce how far your arms go down. So not as high overhead and not as low to the ground, okay? Let's continue. Relax the back down. in. Good. Opening up the chest and shoulders. Feeling again, really thankful for what your body is capable of doing today. We're much too critical of our bodies, and hopefully you can appreciate all the good stuff that it gives you. So let's go for 4. Relaxing our head back, dripping it into the roller. 3. Hopefully feeling the shoulder blades moving a little bit better than the first repetition here. Good, one last time. Breathing in, opening up the chest and shoulders, and then release. We're gonna come on off, we're gonna change the orientation of the roller. Your body is vertical and your roller is horizontal to your spine. So you're going to take your hands for the most supportive variation down on the mat. Your second variation will be arms reaching forward. So as you roll forward and back, you're thinking about relaxing your lower back muscles. And yes, we're going to work some of your ab muscles, especially if your arms are here or even back here with your hands behind the head. Okay, so here we go. Releasing all that stress out of the body. Maybe you don't have stress. That would be very nice. I definitely have been a little bit stressed with some of these restrictions, so I hope you guys are able to find a new normal as well that calms you down a little bit. So let's roll onto the side, rib cage. And so we're also rolling on the superficial muscles of the back. So we're rolling from all the way to the hip, wherever you feel like, all the way up, lats, rotator cuff, whatever serves you. Let's go for another 2. Make sure your breath is happening. And one more time. Good. Let's go to the other side. All right. Roll onto the other rib cage. And as you do so, if you feel like you want your hands behind the head, that's definitely more aggressive, then please do so. Breathing as you go, feeling some abdominal muscles as we stretch out here. And then using your breath. Let's go for another 5 as you relax your muscles and hopefully feel a little bit better. 3 to go. 2 more. And last one. So the next variation on the shoulders, I'm going to use the tennis balls and the sock. We're going to place it in between your shoulder blades, so just about here on your back. You're going to need support for your head so that it doesn't dig into your shoulder blades too much and it supports you. You can also go on your back and repeat what we did before on the foam roller. Okay. Here we are. You're going to make sure that your head is supported. Your arms are going to stretch up to the ceiling. So you can wiggle around to get into a spot where you feel like you need a little bit of extra release. You're going to reach the shoulder blades forward and reach your fingertips to the ceiling, and then you're going to anchor the shoulder blades back down to the floor and widen out your chest. Breathing in, spread the shoulders apart, and then as you exhale, rest your shoulder blades down to the floor. Inhale, spread the shoulder blades, and exhale to rest your shoulder blades back. This should feel a little uncomfortable, but doable. You should not feel that you're doing any damage to yourself at any time during the workout. You should feel like this is a way to support you, even if there's a little bit of muscular discomfort. That's okay. Breathing in. Good. Breathing in as you reach, spread the shoulders apart, dripping your shoulder blades back. I definitely feel this. 2 more. And 1 more time. So again, you can be doing this on the roller or with the tennis balls behind you. So So you're gonna open up the chest here and then plant your palms towards one another. And again, you can wiggle around to see which position serves you a little bit better. I'm going to do 3 more here, feeling those scapula, those triangular bones in the back of the body moving, and the muscles surrounding the shoulder blades loosening up. Good. Keep your head relaxed. Sometimes it's hard. Don't lift your head off of that block or pillow at home. Now we're going to do arm circles. You're going to reach the arms back, open up. So your range of motion may change from what it was on the roller to where the shoulders are moving with your body on the tennis balls. So be kind, but get in there and get those muscles stretched out. You have just 2 more. Make sure that your breath is smooth. The breath is happening. Last time. Okay, here we go. We're reversing. This is fun for you guys, I hope. If it's not, think of something fun and get through it. 2 more times. Okay. Last one. And then we're going to take your fingertips up again, and you're just going to breathe in and still relax your shoulder blades towards the mat. Again, breathing in and relaxing. We're just going to go for 3 more. And again, we're not moving the shoulder blades, we're just softening as the shoulder blades are resting over the tennis balls. 3 breaths left. 2 more times. And 1 last time. Good. All right, we're going to take your tennis balls out. We're going to open up the rib cage a little bit. And we're going to take our foam roller, again, horizontal, our body is vertical, and you're going to take your hands behind the head for support. Okay? So you're going to breathe in, and then exhale and relax your spine over the roller. So it's about just a little bit lower than the chest level. That's where the roller is, and you're going to relax your butt down. You're going to breathe into the rib cage, and then you're going to sink a little bit deeper if you can. Breathe in again. Relax your butt down to exhale. 1 more time. Make sure that it's pain-free in the shoulder blades. Make sure if there is pain in the shoulders and the neck, your elbows point a little bit to the ceiling. And then now after that 3rd breath, you're going to curl up the upper body a little bit away from the floor, and then we'll go back down again. Make sure that your chin is tucked as if you have an imaginary tennis ball, or actually softball underneath your chin. It's a little bit bigger than a tennis ball. Breathe in, and then exhale, keeping your chin tucked. Inhale. Sinking just a little deeper with each breath. 1 more time. Okay, curl on up. Give it a shot. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, make sure that your chin stays tucked, or you have something supporting your neck behind you, which could be the roller, another roller, it could be this block, whatever serves you, okay? So, breathing in, exhale, 2 more times. One last time. And curl on up, and we'll do 1 last time. If you feel any muscles spasming in your mid-back, that means you've gone too far in the stretch. So So chill out, maybe support your head with something behind you and don't go too far into the stretch. So here we go. Breathing in and breathing out. Couple more breaths. And one last time. And curl up. All right, we're gonna go back to our legs for a moment. We're gonna take your roller and you're going to bring it underneath your inner thigh. So we're gonna take your left leg and we're going to have the roller underneath the inner thigh. And we're gonna roll all the way to the inside of the knee and to the upper thigh. The upper inner thigh, that is. And so as you roll in and out, you're hopefully feeling some muscles releasing. And let's just do another 4 here. Relaxing into this position. And 3, just a little bit more. Stay with me. One last time. I hope that felt really good. And if it didn't, just bear with me and maybe next time it'll feel a little bit better. All right, slightly turn your hip to the side, bend that knee ever so slightly to support your knee joint. And we're just gonna roll from the inner thigh, from the knee all the way up to the groin area. So checking out if there's a huge difference between the left and the right sides. So since the gyms are closed, I've been going outside, a little mountain biking, a little run, and using some muscles that I haven't been using. So trying to keep the body happy, the knees happy as the schedule changes for all of us. So hopefully you're feeling pretty good as we release this inner thigh muscle. And inner quad. You're getting a little inner quad as well. And let's go for another 3. Yes, this is good for you. In case you're questioning it at this moment. And last one. Okay, since I'm feeling nice, I'm gonna give you guys another lower back release. So again, we're just going to finish with releasing muscles along the lower back. You're going to place the foam roller horizontal, your spine is vertical, and you're going to either support yourself with your hands down, arms forward, or a little bit more intensely applying the pressure to the back as you roll with your hands behind the head. As you're rolling, as always, you should be breathing and relaxing. If the body is tensing or gripping, that's not where we want to go. So as you roll forward and back, releasing the muscles, hopefully it feels better than the first time you visited this. We're going to roll to the left rib cage as we did before. Again, checking in, go all the way up the shoulder, up the arm. And let's go to the other side. Using your breath here. 2 more. And here we go. We're going into the shoulder blades and in the neck now. So I'm going to move this sideways so you guys can see a little bit better. You're going to lift up your hips and bring your knees over your toes. And then you're going to lower down your hips to hover. Pull the knees forward, using your hamstrings a little bit. Relax your neck into the roller. Lower the hips and allow your body to curl up a little bit. Inhale, lifting up the hips, bring the knees over the toes, and enjoying that release of those tight necks out there. Not that you would be tight. I don't know what you would be stressed about. Okay, here we go, 4 to go. And just using that breath here, finishing up. Last 3. 2 more times as you finish, using your breath, cradle the neck into the roller. And last one. Great. Great job today, you guys. Thank you for joining me for class today, and I hope your muscles feel a lot better than when you started. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.